everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this dramatic look for you right here using a bunch of pigments from Peach's makeup. That's what kind of inspired this whole crazy, very like dramatic and experimental makeup look. It's not really a look that I would rock on a night out. I'm just wanting to play around with makeup, and sometimes it is fun just to kind of unleash your creative side. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I got this look on my face, that came out really weird, but you knew what I meant, and how I got on with the pigments and things like that, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. I'm shivonmakeupbiz on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Go check me out. And if you'd like to see how I got this look, then please carry on watching. Why am I whispering? Now I'm whispering, I can't stop. Enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're doing a creative tutorial, as you could probably tell from the intro, I hope. I have no idea obviously how this is going to go because I'm talking technically in the past right now. So I'm going to start off by taking my P. Louise base in Rumour number 2. I'm just going to do one eye on camera and one eye off camera just to kind of save some time. The lights are really blinding me today, I don't know why. Ooh. Okay, so I'm just going to start by squeezing some of the base onto my eye. Please ignore the like state of my brows. I've just booked in, now that we know what's happening with like COVID restrictions and stuff, I've just booked in to get my brows like laminated, tinted and waxed and stuff next week, so I'm just dealing with them for now. So that's what's happening. I'm going to take a Peach's Makeup PC40 brush. This tutorial is going to be very heavily Peach's focused because I just have a bunch of their pigments and I really wanted to incorporate as many as I could like into a look. I'm doing kind of like a sunsetty blue type of vibe today. So I'm just going to start by popping that all across the lid and then using that to carve out underneath the brow. So I'm just going to pull that across. It's not going to be the most even because of my kind of loose brow situation. And I'm gonna take the base quite far out. I want this to be a super dramatic look. I've been doing a little bit more like toned down looks recently. I know my Scorpion Cosmetics tutorial was a little bit more dramatic, but apart from that, I feel like I've been quite like neutral recently. So I want to do something super creative today. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to film. I might be filming for a few hours. So let's see. So I'm just gonna pat that all across the lid till it's nice and even. Taking that right out into the temple as well. Now I'm jumping into the Beauty Bay Identity 42 colour palette. This is the same Identity palette, it's just the older packaging. So if you look, the packaging will look slightly different. So this is a huge palette and it comes with all of these shades, if you can see that. I'm going to take the shade Crease 1, which is this one here, which is kind of like a purpley warm brown kind of shade. I'm going to take that one right here, and I'm taking that on a Peach's Makeup PC38 brush. Just smooth out that base so it's not like creasing all over the place. So yeah, it's just a small kind of long pencil brush, and what I'm going to do is take this slightly more towards the inner corner. So it's going to be a very creative dramatic look. So I'm literally going to take the cut crease like past my natural inner corner, and then I'm going to pull it all the way out. So this may take a little while, but this is like the most important step really of the look. So I'm just popping that on there, push that in, and obviously this is definitely gonna be a look that is progress is key because it's not gonna look great to start, but I have a vision in my head. Pop that through right to the inner corner. If you imagine, I'm gonna cut that kind of halfway up to create my crease. Push that in rather than going like in a line because that's when it will skip and go patchy. Just really push that on there. I'm taking this just above my kind of natural socket line. Places it's already on, I can do a little wiggle just because it's not going to skip. I'm just smoothing out the product. I'm going to take that a little bit higher towards the kind of brow area, just a little bit. I'm going to leave some of the brow bone to play with other colours. Why is my nose suddenly like pink and itchy? It's so weird. Then for like the outer edge, I am going to pull it out, tail it out a little bit, trying to keep it sort of above this kind of line. But we will be cutting that line anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Just going to dot that in. Okay, so this crazy shape is going to be kind of like the base for our eye makeup. My face is so itchy all of a sudden. Don't know why my face is itchy, but it's fine. Try and ignore it. Just going to make sure that's as even as possible. Now I'm going to take the shade Transition 7, which is this one right here, this kind of light warm brown shade. I'm going to take a little bit of that and blend out this colour. I'm not too sure what colour it's going to make in between, to be honest, just because this is definitely more purple when I put it onto my eye. But we're going to try it, have a play around. And this is a Peaches Makeup PC22 brush, which is similar to the other brush, but bigger and a little bit more fluffy. The Peaches brushes are honestly so good for like those really Instagram creative makeup. And I'm just going to take this and just kind of like dot it on the edges of that purple colour. I have a feeling it's going to look a little bit muddy to begin with, but then it will look sick. So as you can see, I'm just overlapping that kind of purpley brown shade and then like the uncovered part of my eye that doesn't have any shadow on, just to overlap it, and then I'll go back with the purpley brown. Tapping that on, I'm trying to leave space because I also want to put an orange on top of this. So funny, this to this. This is going to look so different when I finish the look. Just kind of blending over the edges a little bit, not too much because obviously I need this brush for the other eye. And then I'm going to go back to that purpley brown and just do like little circular motions to blend this into that lighter brown. Yeah, that's kind of like adding a nice little blend. You can do this a few times. And then going back to the lighter warm brown just to re-add that in. Now I'm going to take the shade Transition 6, which is a soft orange colour right here. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M456, which is like a skinny blending brush. And I know I'm kind of running out of room, but we will make it fit. So I'm just going to start by... Okay, that's definitely a lot more pigmented than I had anticipated. I'm just going to blend that onto the inner corner, add some fire to this look, and yes, I'm taking it right here. Trust the process. I just know I'm going to love this. Creative vibe. Swirling my brush around. Obviously we've run out of space like just underneath the brow there, and then the same just above here. Just going to add that fire back into the look. Actually being so light-handed here. Bring that right over the top of the kind of temple area. I actually really like this. I have a good hope for this look. I think I know why I'm getting an itchy face. I think I'm getting prickly heat because my central heating is on and I have a little heater by my legs, and I've got a jumper on because I was cold, but I think I'm now overwhelmingly hot. So now I'm going to take the shade Base 3, which is like a light kind of beigey yellow colour right here. And I'm taking that on a Peaches Makeup PC47, which is like another skinny blending brush. And I'm just going to use this right at that very top to blend it in. It's going to be very subtle, but it will just help the blending process. Because like here I'll have concealer on anyway, but it does definitely just help to blur out those edges. Just like that. That's all I need on this section. And then just above the orange into the brow bone here. And on just above this bit on the tail. Most of this will be removed, but it's good to carry it on just so it looks better when you remove it, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm very happy with that. I think I'm just going to add in a touch more of that fiery orange just here. I feel like I need to brighten that bit up just a tiny bit. Yeah, okay, happy. Now we get to do the fun part and cut the crease. So I'm going to take some micellar water and a cotton bud, because if I was to put concealer or my base product straight on top, it's just going to bring all the purple down and it won't be like as crisp. So let's give me some lid space, shall we? Because technically, like, that's my lid. Not even technically, that is my lid, but we're going to create a bigger eye illusion. So I'm just going to take the cotton bud and just kind of push down. Obviously this part, like, I can take away more product, but I can't really add it back seamlessly. So obviously I'll do a little bit at a time, try and make it as sharp as possible, because it will just help when applying like the other colours. So if you can see, my eye just looks bigger because I've taken that further across. And then you've got more room to play with. Just cutting the crease right up here, and that way if I open my eye, it's definitely not going to transfer or anything like that as well. Pulling that down. Might even lift that a little bit higher. Yeah, it's just added more room. And then I'm just going to tidy that up. Just going to take a dry side of the cotton bud. I don't know if I'll keep like this line on my temple. I might cut it off to about here, but I'm not too sure yet. Now we get to put the base on. I say we get to, like, you're like here with me doing my makeup, social interaction that we haven't had much of this year. So I'm gonna take my jumper off. I'm bloody boiling. I'm now gonna take my black P. Louise base. This is the Bada Black base, and I'm just gonna use this to cut the crease. Because I'm gonna be putting some like blue pigments on, I think it's gonna look really nice with the black base underneath, like a spacey vibe. I don't know, I'm just gonna put a black base on. So I'm gonna take it to like here, I think. I don't know, I'm just playing around and having fun. Just taking a skinny concealer brush and a little bit of the, oh my god, it just squirted everywhere. Made a bit of a mess, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm now just going to pop that onto the lid. I'm working that into the lashes as well, where it's got that black base. And then when I've got the most, when I've got the most of the product on there, I'm just going to start by pushing that into that cut crease line. I really hope like all of this has been in focus so far. I've decided that when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to buy myself a new camera, because this autofocus thing is a pain where it doesn't autofocus. So I'm just going to cut that crease, just putting it through the line that we have created, little bits at a time. Okay, I can't really talk while doing that, and I'm just going to pull that back in. I will clean that mess up, by the way, just as a heads up. Okay, I think we're all based up and ready to go. Now I get to put on the pigments, which is the whole purpose of this tutorial, so I am very excited. We actually have 4 that I'm going to try and fit somewhere on this eye look, and then we have 1 that I'm going to use for a really intense highlight. And I actually think I'm going to start from darkest to lightest so I can layer them. I'm going to take this one called Fangulous, which is very similar to me to a MAC Blue Brown pigment, if you know that, where it looks slightly brown, slightly blue, but kind of looks purple just looking at it. It's a very unique colour. I can't really show you because it will go everywhere, but what I'm going to do is take this pigment here and pop that just kind of on the edge of the look. I'm going to clean up underneath in a bit with a cotton bud, so you just have to embrace that for the time being. I need to drop this everywhere. So only thing with pigments is they are amazing. That's why I don't use them so much, just because I am ridiculously clumsy. Okay, I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics number 7 Studio Pro shadow brush thing. Spritz it with a little bit of setting spray just to help pick up the pigment to begin with, which was not dripping wet. I'm going to be filming an Instagram video of this eye, and gosh, so close, and I have no idea how I'm going to like show the pigments on camera. Oh my god, wow, that's so gorgeous. Oh my god, okay, that's even nicer than blue brown. Okay, I'm just using all the product that's in the cap to try and get as close to the edge as possible, but I might use one of the pigments to like go through the crease, so I'm not too worried, but I'm going to try and keep it neat. Oh my god, like how stunning is that? How have I not used this before? This actually makes me a little bit sad that we can't like go out and go clubbing and stuff, because this is the kind of pigment that you could just throw on and a smoky eye and boom, all eyes on you. I actually can't, like, you can even see it on camera, like I can see it in the viewfinder. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna try not to put that all across the lid because I really want to use all of the pigments that I have. Can we talk about it? We're gonna talk about it. It's so gorgeous. The next one I'm gonna take is Hocus Pocus, which I believe is like a bluey purple kind of tone. Yeah, this is what this one looks like, if you can kind of see that. Ooh, and then of course I'm going to pop it next to this one and overlapping it a little bit. This one looks darker than that one, but it's fine. And I'm going to use a Morphe M224 for this one. Same process. And I'm just going to pop that next to it. Oh my god. Wow. Ooh. I kind of wish I put the purple in the outer corner, because this one, the Fangula shade, definitely has a lot more sparkle to it, but it's fine. I think it's just going to add to the like creative look. I've also just noted my black base is creasing slightly, so before I put the pigment on, I'm just going to smooth that down, because this will prevent like the overall look from creasing. Okay, so the next one I have is Pool Party. Peaches and Cream. The only thing I ever keep in their packaging is these pigments, because I love the packaging and also I feel like it will protect them from going everywhere. So this one here is like a bluey kind of green reflect. Very appropriate name. And you guessed it, I'm going to pop it right here. Just look, it's cool. And this one I'm going to take a Peaches Makeup PC52 brush, which is a very skinny flash shader brush. Wow, it's got like gold reflex to it as well. This look is mad because it's like all different tones. Oh my god. This all over the lid with that kind of like really dark browny orange blend would also look nice. Just gonna bring that into the purpley shade. I definitely didn't like plan out the colours properly, like the order, but you know what, I'm just gonna roll with it because obviously we can't really go back in time now. And then finally we have Mermaids, which is a really popular Peaches pigment I see a lot of people using as highlight, but I'm going to use a different shade as highlight just to use more Peaches pigments. So this one is a white with blue duochrome reflex. I think it's going to look really cool on top of that black base. Reminds me of like circus vibes because of the kind of like pattern of the pigments. And the brush for this one is a smaller shader brush from BH Cosmetics. This is the 9 shader brush. Oh my god, I'm going to use these pigments more on my channel when I'm not doing like focused review videos, because wow, like these are absolutely stunning and they're so affordable as well. Like, have you ever got through a whole pigment? I haven't. Bring that over like the Pool Party shade. Okay, I'm just going to tap the rest of it over the Pool Party gold shade just so it looks like it starts to diffuse a bit. I mean, they're not going to blend together because they are all different colours, and I didn't realise how different they'd be until you put them on the eye. But do you know what? I'm actually kind of into this like circus vibe. Tapping that over the top of the other colours. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, that's working a little bit. I don't want to do it too much because I do want it to be obvious that there's different colour areas. But if I just tap over very lightly, it kind of brings them into one another. I can't get over like that shade, like how shimmery it is. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to quickly remove that little mess underneath the eye. And I feel like I actually want to keep this like little blending thing that I've got going on. And then where there's a bit of glitter, I'm just going to run the cotton bud loosely to pick up like the main part. I mean, it's glitter, it's going to get everywhere, but a little tidy. Before I do the liner, I feel like I need to do the lower lash line. So I'm just going to take the P. Louise base again and just go underneath the eye a little bit, just to help pick up the other colours and also to prevent like creasing and everything. thing. Just applying a little dot to my brush, the same one I used earlier to carve out the lid, which is the PC40. A few dots underneath. It doesn't matter if it goes like far downwards because it will help the concealer really. I don't like this bit, but I'm gonna fix it. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna take that like mid-tone brown shade that we use, which is Transition 7. I'm just taking the same brush I used for it earlier and just pushing this into the lower lash line on top of that base. What's really cool about that Mermaid's pigment right here is people use it for highlight, so you can tell that a base completely changes everything, because some people put it on their skin as like a shimmery blue highlight. So the fact that on the lid it's like a darker blue just shows that a base really does help like transform your whole look. Okay, and then I'm going to touch that up after I've done my like face makeup. I'm actually going to pop a white in the waterline. This is Morphe's Coconut Pencil. Just feel like I want a white waterline. Moving on to liner, I'm going to take a gel. This is Morphe's Jet Liner. I don't really tend to use gel liners that much just because they're a bit of a faff. The brush dries and just it bothers me a bit. So we're going to try it. I'm taking a Morphe M250-1 brush, which I haven't used before. Just like a skinny eyeliner brush. I'm just going to go into the gel liner. When I did use this though, I did really like the formula. It's not like too dry, so you can still like have control over it. Just loading up my brush. And I'm just going to start by drawing a line across the lash line, and then I'll decide what I want to do, if I want to do a wing or not. Oh my god. Ooh, it's got fluff all over it. I should tell you I was clumsy. Right, I'm gonna do a wing. Just taking it up to where that like fangulous shade ends and then putting it in. Now I guess it's time to curl my lashes. I'm gonna take my Shein eyelash curlers. Then for mascara, I'm going to take my Revolution Pro Faux Effect Lash Wide Eye Mascara. Just pop some of that on and prep for my falsies. I've actually been really liking this mascara recently. Just separates the lashes really nicely. Like, I'm not a big mascara person. I don't really care all that much, although I tried out a Huda Beauty one recently and I was blown away. So maybe I am, and I haven't found like the good ones, but this is nice for like a good like separation and non-clumpy lashes. I'm going to pop some lashes on. These are the Unicorn Cosmetics Hot Right Now Insta Famous lashes. I remember when I used this in a previous video and I just didn't understand what the name was. I think they're called Hot Right Now, but I'm going to go ahead and pop these on off camera and do the other eye. This is what they look like. I hope you can kind of see them. They're quite spiky, which I quite like, and I feel like it will go with this, yeah, like very circus vibes kind of look. So I'll pop these on, do the other eye, and we'll be right back. So I've got my lashes on and I've done the other eye, and now I've got the lashes on. I do think this look is really cool and fun. If I was to do it again, I would definitely do like the pool party shade like here, then Mermaids, purple on the out. Like, I would just move all the colours around because I didn't realise what colour they would go into on top of the base. So if you're going to experiment with pigments, definitely do it because you just get the most amazing eye look, like really intense and beautiful. But sometimes the base can alter them, so it's good to see what they would look like before you put it on your eye. But I do like it. I think it kind of gives me circus vibes. So I'm going to take the MUA Pro Base Oil Free Primer and just go through the face fairly quickly, just because I feel like I do the same thing but just different products. So yeah. For foundation, I'm going to take the Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation in the shade F8 on my Spicy Choco Tear Blend sponge and just bounce this into the skin. Now I'm going to move on to concealer, and I'm taking the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer in the shade Fair Ivory. I'm going to pop some onto the chin, a little bit on the forehead, and then of course under the eyes. And then just blend it out with the same sponge. Now I'm going to cream contour using this Peaches and Cream contour, which I haven't used before. I'm going to use it like I normally would. So I take this little old small kind of foundation brush to apply it, and then I'll blend it out with my Zoeva brush. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go, pop it under my cheekbones, around my forehead, jaw, probably down the nose I think, to kind of carry on that shape. It's got quite like a ruddy undertone, which I quite like. Okay, let's give this a go. Blend it out with my classic 110 face shape brush. Blends out really easily. Okay, I like this. I'm looking very bronzed. I am just going to take a tiny little bit of the foundation on my PC40 brush that we used earlier. This foundation's a bit weird to like squeeze out because of the pump section, like in a tube. I'm just going to take that on the back of my hand so it doesn't go too crazy. I'm using foundation so it blends in because I don't think I've got concealer on that area. And I'm just going to use this to really sharpen up that edge, because it's sharp, but then like when I was blending I could see that it's not like really sharp and I want to fix it, you know? Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a second before I blend it downwards. I feel like that's just sharpened it up. My eyes go funny if I look too far like to one side. I'm kind of straining my eyes here. Whenever I do a look like this I feel very like superhero, like I am the next Captain Marvel 2020 edition, saving the world from its yeah. Now I'm going to set this into place, taking my Nude by Nature translucent powder. I've got glitter everywhere, so why not get translucent powder everywhere to go along with it. Just going to give it a shake so it comes out the netting. I'm going to use this to set the whole face. Just going to press it in with a fluffy brush. This one is from eyeshadow. I have got powder all over my desk. I don't know how people use loose powder or just on their everyday makeup because I am so messy, like it is everywhere. Now I'm going to brighten the under eye. I'm going to take this Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Pressed Powder in the shade Beige on a Morphe M448 and just press this underneath the eye. Next up I have the Peaches Makeup Bronzing Powder, shade medium to dark to try. I haven't used this yet, so I'm going to give it a go. It's matte, which is always a good sign because I'm just not a shimmery bronzer kind of girl. It just sticks to all my texture. I'm taking it on a Luella Cosmetics Powder Woman Penelope brush. I'm just going to bronze up the usual areas. I pretty much do the classic like 3 around the face and then I go down the neck and like just across the nose. The thing with bronzers, you never know how pigmented they're going to be. Tapping off the excess, here we go. Oh no, that's nice, that's like already a really nice colour. Yeah, I like this bronzer. Yay! Yeah, I'm into this bronzer, you know. It's like buildable, it's not too pigmented because you don't really want a bronzer to be super pigmented because then you end up like having patchy bronzer. But yeah, this is nice. Nice like bronze like tone. Yeah. I like this bronzer. Then for a bit of blush, I've got the MUA Blushed Powder Colour Duo in the shade Ginger. This one's quite subtle, so I think it will go with this like crazy eye look. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on with a Zoeva Luxe Cheek Finish Brush. I'm actually really feeling this look, like the more I'm adding to it. See? Progress. What did I say earlier in the video? Blush on my nose, why not? Then I'm just going to set the face with the Shop Miss A setting spray. And now I'm actually really excited for this part. I'm going to use the Luxe Pigment as a highlight. This is going to look pretty. It might go everywhere, but this is a glitter dramatic vibe of a look. So I'm going to take this highlighter brush and the Luxe Pigment. I'm going to spritz this with a lot of setting spray so that way it's able to pick up the pigment and not like drip everywhere all over my face. So yeah, I'm going to pop this on as a highlight. I'm not going to do my nose, but I'm just going to do literally right here at the top of my cheekbone. Ooh, it's so pretty. I'm going to move my brush a little bit. There's going to be a few glitter dots on my face, but if I just be very careful I can select where they kind of go. It's a little bit too dark for like my skin tone, but for the look it works. I just put it on my nose just out of habit, whoops. And I'm also just going to pop that on the inner corner with a pencil brush. I'm not gonna lie, actually I'm obsessed with this. You should see my desk. Like my desk is it's like a white, one of those white IKEA desks, not the long ones that's behind me, just the small ones. And like I don't have the glass protector on it, and I did wish that I had got it because it's already got like eyelash tint, there's like eyeliner stains all over it, and now there's just glitter everywhere. And then pop on some mascara. Look at sick. Right, now for lips, I'm going to take the Peaches Makeup Borderline Lip Liner. And I'm just going to cover basically the whole lip with this lip liner. And then I'm going to finish off this look with the Peaches Makeup Cherub Lip Gloss. I'm just going to take a Loella Cosmetics lip brush to apply it. And this is the finished makeup look using the Peaches Makeup Pigments and the bronzer and the cream contour and the gloss. I've been meaning to use these pigments for a long time, like in a sort of dedicated tutorial. I don't know what I'm going to call this video. But yeah, I'm really glad I had to play around with them, and now I kind of know what the ones I have look like on top of a black base as well. And can we talk about that Fangula shade? Like I'm still obsessed with this one right in the outer corner, and Pool Party is stunning. It definitely has like more gold reflex on top of the black base. Like they are all so stunning, and now that I've tried them all, I now kind of have more looks in my head of what I want to do with them, even when I'm not filming as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out Peaches Makeup if you haven't already. They have some really good bundles. This video isn't sponsored. They don't know I'm making this video, and I bought all these products with my own money. None of the products from Peaches were gifted or anything like that. So yeah, I absolutely love this look, and it was fun to do something creative that I haven't done in a while. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget, oh, I've got hair on my thumb. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I'd really appreciate it. Follow me on my social medias. I am shivonmakeupbiz on everything. I would really appreciate it. I'm really trying to reach 5,000 Instagram followers. I just feel like it will be such a milestone for me. I'm grateful for all the followers I have already, of course. I just really feel like that will be such a milestone. So yeah, definitely go follow me on Instagram, and I shall see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.